Yep, here we go. We are live and we are back again. And as you can see here in my background tonight, we are episode 2. It is called Over the Falls. And of course, people, the legends, the duos, the co-hosts that are going to join us each and every night here on the episode recaps. We got Bilsy and we got the big H-man, Henry, from live around the grounds, from behind the scenes. He was there to give us all that info. Getting live and getting rowdy. And you know what? Let's kick it off straight away. What a challenge and what a bloody episode, eh?
Oh, bro, the slow-mo is so good.
Yeah.
Man, even when they did the slow-mo from our one to the explosions to every season, the slow-mo always nails that really good, that Lego breaking TV.
It does.
Such a good idea, though, to add the water. And, from such a height, it really does look like an epic movie scene moment, right?
Oh, and the whole water with the breaking and dropping with the water. You're not just breaking it with water.
Amazing.
Amazing.
It's a good way to do it.
And again, the chat's going to build up, and the guys, we will see people start coming in the chat, and we'll talk about it again probably. But putting you aside, again, man, another challenge I wanted to do. I would love to do.
Let's talk about what you would do. What would you have done? Or what would you have convinced Cal to do?
You know what? The Magician and Barrels. Great idea from the boys. We will talk about that. Great idea from the boys. What would have I done? I reckon it would have been cool to build a bigger guy, a bigger character that was belly sliding down and off the waterfall.
Oh, like a full slip and slide.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then the
man.
dudes come off like a slip and slide into the water down and smash. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, not
because
bad.
you think you could have built a head the size of those Harry Potter heads.
Yeah.
The Harry Potter figs. You could build a fig like that. Bit more, person. Mate, and if me and you are partners, you can take care of the body. I'll mimic the head, and happy days.
Do you know what I picture when you say that? Henry's Aussie Santa in the boardies and the beer belly, and imagine him
upscaled a bit.
Yeah,
upscaled a bit. Would have been friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
And if you finish it too early, like how we were talking about last night, they finish a build or something too early. Well, then all you need to do is, okay, I'm just going to add a bodyboard, or I'm going to add some flippers. You just add accessories around him. You know what I mean? Like you don't rebuild the dude. You start with that dude and you're sweet, and then you just build up from there. If you have to, maybe build like a shark chasing him or something on a hidden piece of string. So it's him sliding away from a shark or something. But it would have been, like the ideas that you could use for that, awesome. But slip and slide was where I would have went for sure.
Yeah, very cool. Hey, Brickles.
Evening, Brickles, Grizzly.
There you go. What's up, everyone in the chat? And what's up as well I've got to give a shout out to Reddit. Reddit has been sharing our link. Last night, our link got shared and I think clicked on 153 times in Reddit. So
wow.
I have a feeling Reddit is going to be our good and sharing, and especially tomorrow night, drum roll, Trent and Kale coming on the show. Trent and Kale on tomorrow night to review us, mate. We'll talk about obviously episode 3. We'll talk about them, obviously, and it's going to be good. But tonight's episode, as you guys can see in the background, welcome everybody that's just coming through. It was Over the Falls, and as you do, you have your social media on handy, so you can follow the comments as the show progresses and as the show goes through. And you're always going to have a good laugh and a few people saying, "Oh man, you see that? Oh man, you see this?" But we'll start off with the elephant in the room, where bar a few comments, Kale was behaved. Kale, it was a proper redemption arc for Kale.
Yeah.
I got to put it out there. I've got to put it out there.
Bro, Kale, sorry, man, I missed it. What did he come top 2 or like this one?
No, so
You missed it. You were there.
I can't remember.
no, the thing. Yeah, I guess I think he come top 2. I didn't have the scores up, but one comment that Brickman made was if it was, they came second. So if it was a non-smashing build, they would have won because the Trent's characters were next level amazing, obviously. And there were overall, Kale, like I said, Kale was made. There was a few little cringy bits, and you said earlier offline, Henry, anyone could have done it. The whole barrel gate. No, you copied us. You built it first. Well, I mean, the world don't know that you and Cade ripped off me and Kale in the first season anyway. Remember?
Oh, bro, every build. What are you talking about?
And Cinderella Rocker, she just said, where is she? If it was a barrel off, if the rabbit had revealed, they would have won. Hands down, they would have won.
That would have been the most epic moment. Like, it would have been one of those history Lego Masters highlight reel over and over and over again.
Everything else was perfect, just that rabbit.
Yeah. Take the barrels out. Like, that drop, watching that hat separate, it's kind of, I guarantee everybody that was watching it was like, oh, like just to imagine watching that hat come off that rabbit would have been amazing. But then you think too, sorry, go.
No, you're right. Sorry.
I was just saying if that hat come off and the rabbit was started on, the way the hat slid backwards and off, it probably would have kept the hat on.
Yeah, maybe.
Because the hat wasn't too oversized from the rabbit, you know what I'm saying? So it might not have been enough play, but obviously there was. Brent, my boy's backroom backdrop, I changed the backdrop because it's Lego Masters, man. So every night I'm going to put the relevant background, you drongo.
Brickles has a really good point there. In regards to the barrel off, I thought Gabby's was so much better using the minifig pants to flare out the barrel. I thought that was epic.
What a cool idea. What a cool part usage.
Absolutely. And the other funny thing is, and it's probably just creative editing, but it seemed to take Kale 4 or 5 hours to do his barrel, and then Trent whipped one up in the last, 15 minutes?
Yeah. But, and Henry can vouch for this too. When you've got something there and you just need to rinse and repeat, you can do it in 20 minutes.
Right. It's the first time you do it's the hard part. After you do it, it's the second, third time, it's easy.
Like when you see someone else come up with an idea and you're like, oh, that works.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The KB just said she loved the facial expressions of Trent's characters. Trent's characters, the monkey, and we'll talk about all their individual builds in a sec. The monkey's face was like they all did, like some of the faces, and you can't knock Trent's thing, but it was absolutely amazing, freaking awesome. Let's start with on the hang glider, Damien and Andrew's hang glider face. That guy's face was insane.
Bro, everyone brought out the big figs, man. Everyone was like, we're making our own characters this episode.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk characters. Your pirates. Mate, my man.
Snuck them in,
pirates
bro.
Were out.
It was funny because Brickman goes, oh, you're gonna use minifigs for the pirates? And I said, nah. And he goes, well, what are you doing? Are you gonna be able to squish in like a character in that scale because your duck's got this sort of small platform? And I said, I've got an idea for like a bit of a cartoony scale that I've been working on. And then a lot of the cameramen and everyone were like, man, we love that. That's awesome. And then even Hamish was like, oh man, I love these. Have you done any celebrities? And I think he deliberately asked me on purpose. But then I was like, yeah, man, I've done a couple. And I've done Fat Man Scoop. And bro, no shit, Hamish was playing that Fat Man Scoop song in the studio on his phone. Yeah, man.
If I remember correctly, didn't you make a Hamish?
I did. Let's see if he posts it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to bring up a moment that I want the world to play and I want the world to see. Sorry, and I'm just trying to work. I'm trying to work off lip sync. Let's hope I fluked the moment where it made me giggle. Henry, my friend, you made me laugh.
Me.
Yeah. Let's see if I fluke it.
We're actually super excited about this challenge. We both had the same idea. Literally the same idea. And we were literally like, you say yours first.
We can't hear that.
You say yours first. And she was like, no, you say it first. And we're like, rubber duck.
Ah, you hang up first. No, babe, you hang up. No, come on, babe, you hang up. No,
Honestly,
you
bro,
hang up, babe.
It was weird. Like it was weird because that was really genuine. Like Sarah
they
looked
said
at me and
no
said,
audio.
"I've got an."
I got to play it again. I got to play it again.
I
They
heard
had no
it.
audio.
It
heard
was super quiet. I heard it too, but it was super quiet.
All right. I'll turn.
Helena,
I'll
turn
play it
your
again for
earphones
the
up.
people. I'll play it again for the people. Hold on. I'll turn all my speakers on full bore. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize you didn't hear it. Here we go.
About this, Henry.
Yeah, nice. We're actually super excited about this challenge. We both
Had the same idea.
literally the same idea.
Like,
and we were
literally,
literally like, you
like
say yours
mind
first.
melding.
Literally, you say yours first. She was like, no, you say first. And we're like, rubber ducky. Today.
I love it, man.
Bro, it's like
Rubber ducky.
Like the funny thing was that would happen a lot of the time to me and Kate all the time. Like where we go, oh man, we the same idea, sweet, let's go. And I was like, oh sweet, like it's happening with Sarah. This is great. Like, and she was like, it's an animal, but not an animal. And I was like, I'm thinking the same thing. It's an animal, but with a rubber ducky. And we're like, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
And then every night, you're giving each other ideas. Oh, yeah, we should do this tomorrow. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, you hang up first. Nah, you hang up first.
I only do that with you, bro. I only do that with you.
I
I only do that with you, bro. Don't be jealous, man.
Australia's favourite married couple to other people.
That's where it's coming from. The jealousies is where it's coming from, But bro, yeah, the duck was cool. The way the beak, the bill smacked down. Your pirates were awesome. The one to give that duck the patch too, like that twist.
Hashtag diversity,
Man,
bro.
I
See one of the.
It was
we
very,
did the first.
cool.
We did the first black character on Lego Masters.
And no one noticed.
It was a thing. We were laughing about it, going, "Oh yeah," because Gabby was like, a bit of backstory. Gabby was like, "Oh, we want to do the first like dark minifig, figure," and I was like, "Nah, I squeezed it in. Sorry, Gabby, I stole your thunder."
Snow Lana just said the married couple. Just to be clear, they're married to other people.
Yeah,
most definitely.
We will talk about. We mentioned it last night, and we brought it up about Brickman being so raw as well this time. He just straight to Joss and Henry. It's a stinker, boys. It's a dead set. Steve,
was the boat that bad? Was the boat that bad? I don't think it was that bad.
I think it was just too plain for Grandmasters. Was his point?
Yeah,
like,
but
you've got this epic part of the build, and then this flat boat.
But the koi was the star, right? The koi was the star. The boat at the back is secondary, right? And Henry's character, bro. Please. Come on, that was ridiculous.
Dude, the fisherman was insane, and that fish was amazing.
The hot dogs for the ears, for the ears, insane,
dude,
insane.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to skim through a photo now. I just can't pick one up. But that boat, it wasn't bad. It was literally brick plates. You know what I mean? It wasn't great.
It wasn't bad. It was just too simple.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, and that's you've probably nailed it, Bills. Yeah, it was simple, not. I guess the point that Brickman makes is kind of, you're in the Grand Masters, even if you're doing a last minute rush job, that ain't going to cut it, because if you go back to season 1 to 4, that boat 100% would have been, passable. I mean, you won your finale build pass, man. Come on, we saw.
Hi, Charlotte. I got to interrupt you, Bilsy. Hi, Charlotte.
Oh, Helena's little one.
Yeah.
There you go. Charlotte, super fan. There you go, man. See, you got fans more than just us,
bro.
We'll share that. We'll share. I'll have the screen on and off every now and then, because I don't know how strict the copyright stuff is. But yeah, there's your pirate and your duck bill. But yeah, back to Brickman's comments about the boat. I genuinely was like, proper excited. Like, Brickman is not just pandering, he's not just fluffing around the edges now. He straight up told him it was a stinker. It was and that's the Brickman we need. That's the Brickman. Here we go. That's the Brickman that you want to hear. Like, there you go.
But it's okay, isn't it?
It's just
a boat.
too plain. It needs some greebling.
If Brickman didn't say anything, would you think
it needs oars? It needs a tackle
if Brickman didn't say anything? If Brickman didn't say anything, would you think the boat was bad?
No,
Honestly.
and this is you're nailing the point. If Brickman didn't say anything, you just would assume it as, it's a platform he's standing on. Like, you look at that angle, and you see the character and the catfish, and I'll pause it when it gets back to it. The boat disappears. You don't. I keep missing it. You don't really care about. I've missed it altogether. It can EAD now. Yeah, it's again because Brickman brought it up. That's what made it the point. If he didn't bring it up, it wouldn't have mattered. Brickles, you just nailed it, brother. The boat's secondary. You know what I mean? The problem was, though, it did kill the final shoot.
Yeah.
It ruined the fisherman. It covered him. Like our roof in that space thing for ours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're trying to build to watch something hit the ground and explode, and you've got something coming down and covering it, well, then that's what you're gonna highlight and emphasize, because that's what ruined that shot.
So in hindsight, it would have been cooler if the fisherman was maybe on like jet skis or something, and the koi had ripped him off the dock, and he was skiing along behind. But
maybe, but I think it was I think it was a brilliant idea. Like, trust me, everyone, when they saw the koi fish, everyone was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Dude, if you're looking at that koi fish, you're not looking at the boat. No bloody way about it. If that as a koi fish, a fisherman in the boat,
and
the boat,
Remember, let's talk about 6 hours. That is short. Like, that is short for a Lego Masters challenge, bro. 6 hours. Like, that is not long.
Definitely not. Alex and Caleb, the jewels were cool, but Smash, that looked pretty cool.
Yeah, the jewels were cool.
The sparkleness of the jewels.
I think it was hard because I think a lot of I think Ryan and Gabby had the right idea when it was about the smash, right? Like, what actually smashes, because you don't want to just see the characters fall to the ground and just break, right? You want to see something happen, right? So Ryan and Gabby thought about it. Kale thought about it. I definitely thought about it. Tell me if there's anyone else that I've missed. But like, there's
all of them.
It was one of those things where the jewels fell out. I think it was a happy accident, but let Alex and Caleb talk about it when they come on here. But it was nonetheless, it was great. It was fantastic nonetheless. But I think just it didn't have the same impact as when like other builds hit the ground. That's my opinion.
Yeah, totally. And you could even go back to I'm just spitballing, thinking about, you said, not many people thought about what would happen when it hits the ground. We just talked about how Joss and Henry's hit the ground and got covered by the boat. And unfortunately, Damien and Andrew's hang glider was 100% covered by that big white, and their build was insane. But again, that white piece of flatness ruined the shot.
Oh man, when I saw that character, I was like, man, that character looks insane. And bro, there was a joke going around that it looked like Schlumpy from season 4. We were saying, oh man, that's Schlumpy for sure. And then it turned into Scotty, and we were saying, oh man, it's Scotty, like, reckless with the thongs and all that, because we were saying it looks like Schlumpy, but Schlumpy's not going to be reckless like that. And then it was like, nah, it's Scotty.
Yeah, it was. But and you said, as you said, Bill, the hindsight, obviously that's where a lot of the comments go in the slow motion, whatever's happened. The hindsight, seeing something so secondary, minute, greebling, whatever you want to call it, is ruining the shot they wanted. Well, then that's, that is part of the challenge. That is part of what they want at the end of the day. So that's what they're going to. Because
you don't know how it's going to fall too, right? Like, that's in Damien and Andrew's defense, like, it could have literally just come off straight, and then just stayed and fallen board first, and
they would have won.
And it would have looked insane.
The hang glider would have been the hero, not
Yeah.
the hinder. So
Yeah.
And that could be the same for the boat. If the boat caught the fisherman and the fisherman exploded, oh, it's a great boat, Joss. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Good idea.
What about Scotty and Owen's turtle, man? How good was the turtle?
yeah.
Dave Holder doesn't need to clean it up now.
The turtle
man.
was
and
sick.
again, Brickman at his finest. Dude, that turtle was sick and cute. Like, I've got to give that look on the face. So Scotty bringing up the whole, I don't want to build it trash. I really don't want to build trash around this turtle. Again, Brickman and Hamish both in there, and Scotty picked it up as well. Both in there saying, I'm glad Brickman told me no. Brickman, it's kind of, and we said it last night, and I'm sure the next couple of episodes, it's going to be the whole Brickman's now saying no more pandering, no more fluffing. Like, wake up. This is bloody Grandmasters. Stop doing stupid ideas. Stop, and I feel, and you were there, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I feel Kale may have been whispered to a little bit more often than, say, back when we were on, because I said, again, this episode, Kale was good. Kale was bloody good. Like, there's no picking on that. The barrel jokes, put the barrel crap aside, he rolled with it and it worked.
I think when the idea is self-contained, it's easy for anyone to fall into that rhythm where it's when the things are too big, you can get lost in tangents. And I think Kale would probably be the first to tell you that there's a lot of there's a lot of different tangents you can take when that happens, right? But this was a really self-contained build, and man, it was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about David and Gus's. We haven't talked about David and Gus's cat yet.
No, I've still got. We're going through the thing. We'll get through.
Right,
So I still want to talk about.
Because I was going to say, everyone's like, oh man, he's making an animal. It's going to be sick, and it was. And we were like, oh man, he's doing a cat. This is awesome.
Dude, and the cat's feet laying down, cat falling down, lands hands down for
And look at the detail. Look at the pads on his feet. Like that's 101 detail. Look at that. Like the little pads on the bottom of his feet.
Yeah.
The boys have just nailed it.
Mate, Gus and Dave and their animals, like, far out. Absolutely friggin' awesome. Insane. But I want to go back. Let me see if I can do a quick search. I want to go to Owen and Scotty's one again before we stop talking about theirs. I want to talk about their hang glider. They're a bit slow on the Instagram uptake, aren't they? Come on. Let's see how good
Just
Scotty
go to Lego
is.
Masters. Is Lego Master there?
It should be, yeah. Lego Masters. Hopefully they've posted
Not
more.
down the Grandmasters.
No, like their latest one. I think they post. Here we go. Let's see if they've got more than one. No, because I just want to. Their wings made out of car doors for the hang glider.
Genius.
Yeah, these.
Look at that.
Like how like insane. And the turtle, like look at the turtle head. Like there you go. There's the posable beast from Alex and Caleb, and the monkey. We'll talk about the monkey.
The monkey looks ridiculous. It was so good.
Man, even even your rubber ducky and your pirates, and there's the cat again. But like you said, man, it is Grandmasters. It's next level. It's insane.
Right. Look at I would say that this challenge everyone was like really close. Like, I'm sure everyone has a different favorite build, and like for whatever reason. And that's how close it was. Look at that. That's, man, when you see the turtle, like when we first saw the turtle from the profile, like I was like, man, Honest Scotty literally built a friggin' hang glider on the back of the turtle. This is nuts. Like, it looks sick.
Yep. And to even booby trap the turtle with the strings.
Yeah.
Like,
it's very well done. Very well done.
And again, Alex and Caleb's crocodile surfing dude, great idea. Yeah. Amazing idea. And again, even for them, that face is good. And yes, all right, let's talk about this monkey. This face,
I think that monkey is absolutely perfect facially wise, but I think they chose the wrong color because it kind of looks like a rat.
But if you think if a monkey's brown, it would have got lost in the barrel. You know what I mean?
It would have. I just don't know if the light grey was the right choice. Like, you can clearly see the baboon style face, so you can see that it's a monkey, but from a distance, it's just very rat-like as well. So
But
maybe
then,
the darker grey. I see what you're saying with the brown on brown on brown, though. It wouldn't have worked.
Henry's love life.
But the face.
But, you know,
Oh snap!
but you know, you take that out of it, and you're right. The way that monkey landed, bounced, and just the brain separation to the bananas.
Full brain shatters.
You know, well deserved win. Well bloody deserved win. Absolutely loved it. Like they got that second part, and that's what take them to the win. You know, that second part of the explosion, the slow motion, was just proper insane. But I'm trying to see if I can. I'll go back to the brain explosion for that drop for them, because that was the pink coming out of that monkey head was like, what a moment. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to go right to the point, because again, I don't want to put too much on, because I don't want to get copyright pinged. So let's go. So look, even from that angle, of course, my computer glitches out. The grey doesn't look that bad. And then, look at that, like brain,
it's
proper
like brain.
Yeah. And then bananas, and friggin' awesome. Absolutely, loved that smash. Now let's go to the slow motion. You couldn't have asked for that hat to fall off any better. We'll talk to the boys tomorrow night. So guys that are watching as well, thanks everybody for watching and hanging out with us tonight after the episode aired. We have Trent and Kale as guests tomorrow night after the is it Lego or is it not build?
Episode 3.
Episode 3 they'll be on. So there we go. Here's the magician and the assistant with the key and the double barrels.
Is it just me, or is the assistant a little bit blow up doll?
Bro, that's on you. That says stuff about you, Bilsy. Don't put your tropes onto anyone else, mate. Don't put your hang-ups on us, mate.
Oh, and then how's the part where Trent does the whole am I right here? I think I still got audio on there.
Nah, it's really quiet.
No, that's where he put, I just want to put a disclaimer. Anything that Kale says isn't part of the team. That's on Kale. Snowlaner, was it? Why does Hamish look like he's ready for a date at cricket? Because he was probably cold after being a mermaid.
He kind of
Did you not see the promos and the stuff?
Look at how good the face is, man. Like, it's perfect.
Like, how do you the way that
The
Trent
padlock
builds,
blow up doll?
yeah. the blow up doll. They done well, and other than I think it was Damien Andrews, Trent and Cow's the only other ones that you don't see wheels. I'm pretty sure every other one you noticeably see the wheels.
Yeah, that's right. Like, we were told, like, you need to put wheels on it to roll it down.
Roll.
Yeah.
This was the only one of two with the two objects. Everything else was connected together. I just realized why.
I just realized why Bill thinks it's a blow up doll. Because of her lips.
Yeah. That's all I can say.
Oh man.
You guys are sick, bro.
Man.
You guys are sick.
Critter, how are you, brother? You are sick. That is next level wrong, my friend. Wrong. Here we go. I just love watching the way the hat falls off. Like, you couldn't have planned it better.
And look at Kale up there. Look at Kale up there. Good. And the way that the magician actually went forward first, like that's
star of the show. The best part is seeing a new way to destroy Lego after 5 seasons.
Look at that hat.
Look at the hat, man. Imagine if the rabbit was there.
Yeah.
So I'll show you. This is what I mean, right? This is what I mean where it wouldn't have worked. So when it goes to a side view, and I'll play it bit by bit. So if I pause it there, can you see my mouse on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So see how the hat actually slides backwards. It doesn't go up. So if that rabbit was there, it would have acted like an anchor and it wouldn't have come off, I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
but if the rabbit was there, you could argue that the hat would have lifted off as well. Like
maybe, okay. Yeah, good point. Because when you play it, see the hat, if the rabbit was there, it would have got caught.
Yeah, it may.
But
I
either way,
think Brent's right. It might have needed more clearance. The rabbit was a bit big for the hat, maybe.
yeah. Maybe you should have
Either
used the
way.
minifig rabbit. And then their smash. Their smash was cool where it broke up into a million bits and the head, all that was pretty cool. There was nothing really glamorous and hidden inside that was coming out. But again, them characters, you can't knock them. And the barrels. Got to give the credit. The barrels were good. Gabby and Ryan's barrels, the minifig leg idea, that was insane. Like, what a trick that was.
That's MPU hard, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, yeah, how do you think of that straight away on a build a barrel? Minifig legs.
And then you'd have all these disabled minifigs in the brick pit because their legs are missing.
Bills there's a big bucket of minifig legs. They're all good, man. They're fine.
It showed her clearly taking them off the wall. So
She's probably looking for brown ones.
aren't they all?
How funny. 2 or 3 people. There you go, credit cheered. One for diversity. Good on you, brother. Good on you. Now, here's something else as well. Now, we know Scotty and Owen, they did okay. They got their points. They didn't win, but they were up there. Brickman being so raw, saying, and to Hamish, don't build the rubbish. It's a stupid idea. Don't build that rubbish and whatever it was that Turtle was going to get caught in. They listen. Say if it was they didn't listen, or if it was someone else that would build the turtle and didn't listen. Do you reckon that? Pardon me. That would have been the whole. They would have used that as the story. Turtle could be as amazing as anything, but they're going to focus on you didn't listen to Brickman, mate. You didn't listen to Brickman. You totally.
Because remember, there's the backstory where there was that challenge in the space shuttle where they did all the gray. Did they show it? Like where they did all the gray and they didn't sort of listen because it was gray on gray. And then in their season, there was an episode where they built a robot and then it was backdropped against the gray and they didn't listen. So they could just reference that and say, Scotty and Owen haven't learned anything. They're not listening to Brickman again,
Well, I mean, and add to that point, they listened to Brickman, and obviously they done well in that hang glider, next level MPU with them bloody doors for the hang glider. Then you got Kale and Trent. Trent's like, yes, another second barrel. We need a second barrel, and then he ends up getting that second barrel done. If they didn't listen, that would have been their downfall. And then Brickman's kind of told Joss and Henry, mate, your boat stinks. You know what I mean? Like, I feel that everybody, I don't know, moving on, it might be different, but especially this episode, if Brickman said jump, everybody's first word was how high.
Yeah.
Totally. Like they took his advice and rolled with it. And you got to give credit to Ryan, like to Brickman. Every build was insane and they'd all worked and it all come out perfect.
Right. I'll tell you, so just on that, right? And this wasn't shown, so I guess I'd like to give context. Brickman griefed us. So no, it was good. Like with the rubber ducky, I didn't feel like I wanted to do the pirate hat or the eye patch or all the other paraphernalia of the pirate stuff. And Brickman was like, man, you need an eye patch. And I was like, oh, all right, let's do the eye patch. And he's like, you need a pirate hat. And I was like, oh man. And I literally remember it was like 10 minutes to go. And I was like, oh man, do I have to do a pirate hat? And I was like, shit, I got to do it. And then we did the pirate hat. And then he's like, what about a mast? And what about it? And you're like, oh man. But like, that's what made the build better. Like, I feel like if I didn't do that, it would look rubbish.
Yeah.
But you done it. And again, you come through, you nailed it.
But that's just an example of Brickman actually giving us help. Like he's telling you, look, this will make your build better. Not, I want you to do it because I want to make your life hard. But he goes, man, he knows. Like, if you don't do that, it's not going to look right.
Well, that's the thing. I feel that now that you kind of Scotty and Owen, Cal and Trent listened to Brickman, and it worked. Brickman knew, and it might be purely to the point where Brickman's now stood back, and he's like, they've listened to me. This is amazing. I'm getting my own way now. I can tell my story, make you all look good because you listen to me as well. And it's you're scratching my back for me to scratch yours. And what an episode! Like, we're only 2 episodes in, and how bloody good is it? You know what I mean?
Wait till the next one. The next one.
2 episodes in. So
Actually, you're right. The next
one
one is really good.
And the next one they've given a lot of hints, a lot of commercials already coming out with what they're doing with the whole, is it real?
They
were
advertising the next episode in the ad breaks of the second episode. It was crazy.
Yeah. So there's no secret what's going on. The advertising, obviously, Sophie. They have been for the last few times. They've been pushing Sophie's going to be there to judge, what is Lego. But and again, we're lucky enough to see these 3 episodes, in advance. We've seen up till episode 3, hints of 4, to the point where it's now, man, goosebumps, excited. It's what, and to be 100% honest, it's what Lego Masters needed. If they went for a random season this year, it would have died. Hands down, would have died.
Yeah.
I think this time round now, it is proper. I think I just saw the same comment you did. It is proper good that it's a reset. Rowan as well, see you in the comment, brother. How are you, man? I love your toilet, by the way. For those that don't know, go and follow Rowan Beckett. He's an insane GBC, great ball contraption builder that builds toilets for a living. I'm not lying. Check out his Instagram. I do have Sophie questions that I will ask you, Kale, and Trent tomorrow night. We'll get to them.
Ask away.
Oh, trust me, I've got a few. People that are in the chat too now. I think see 38, 39 hanging out in that chat. You guys all saw the episode tonight. Fire away some questions. We've got Henry. Henry's our main man. Henry's our co-host. Henry's here every night. Ask him questions. What happened? What was behind the scenes? Don't ask him the stuff everybody's answered 5 million times. Did you have a break? What's Hamish like to work with? Ask genuine Grandmaster. These are all Lego nerds like us. Get in and give us the good questions. Kale made a point that they tried to, I think, embarrass him a little bit, but he made a good point when they said, let's build another barrel. Kale straight away said, oh, not enough parts. Now, we talked about parts last night, and another thing we'll bring up tomorrow. And you said yourself that this time the range was amazing. Was there actually some times that parts were a bit, how's it going?
Yes, there was. Like, this is the thing, right? I think I alluded to it last night where I said there was times where we would all use similar techniques, right? And things like snot bricks were, mate, you'd step over your dead grandmother to get one, because like everyone used them and they would be used en masse, right? Like, we were lucky. But the show's smart too, right? Because they just went from a big build into a little build, right? So then, like, it's when you have 2-3 big builds in a row that you just go, oh man, now we're stuffed. You know what I mean? Like, that's when you struggle.
Yeah.
So here we go. We do have a couple of questions, and I love it. Thanks, guys, for bringing. KB said, "Was the waterfall running the entire 6 hours?"
Nah. They turn it on and turn it off. There's a tap, and they come and turn it on and off.
Just for the cameras, eh? Things they do for TV.
Like
Snowlane, I saw all those. What's that, Bill?
Like the clock. The clock's not on the wall while you're building.
Oh, the clock's
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, the clock sucks. Snowlane, I saw those magenta leaf elements on Gavin Ryan's tree last night. What other cool rare elements were in the brick?
Ooh, rare elements. Oh,
good question.
Like goats.
It depends, I guess. For me, it's like.
What about hard to get? Not even rare, hard to get.
The Technic panels. The Technic panels were rare.
Okay.
The Technic panels that actually, like, they look like wings and stuff like that. Like, they'd be there, but they were in real sort of limited supply.
Like the ones they use for fenders on the big cars.
Yeah, man. But they had, they thought of everything. They had a lot of, those really finicky little pieces from, like, the action clips that came in those, in the clear, like that come in the superhero sort of packets. Those ones I'm talking about.
No.
Bill, you know what I'm talking about. The little action clips that you mount the minifigs to make.
He's just going to agree with you.
Yeah, they're called motion pieces.
Motion pieces, but they are the best for like subtle angle changes, and there was like all those pieces that they weren't there when we were there,
Okay. Josh, Henry, they made a comment about size. Would time have been a factor regarding going bigger, or the size of the ducky was time based?
Oh, I would say that it was probably time based, mate. Like. And the thing is that, with those, especially with the technique I use, and there's probably other ways to do it as well, but I would say for me, I'm not the most confident in brick building, like in terms of just like, stacking bricks to get that sort of like, that sort of like, how Dave Holder does his Pikachu and all the Pokemon, that sort of brick. I'm not good at it. I'll tell you right now, that is not my forte. And Sarah doesn't do that technique either, right? So none of us really knew how to brick build it. So I know how to do snot, though. I know how to sort of get that sculpting look with snot. So I was like, I'll do it this way. The thing
so
that
was kind of like an oversized snot sphere.
Yeah. But the thing is that if I made it bigger, you need to make more snot plates. It becomes stronger. It probably won't break the same way, and so that was my thinking, my rationale behind it.
Rowan, maybe it's time to practice, my man. That's for great grandmasters in another 5 years when he goes back on, because he wants that TV fame. Brickles, what part is still not there from season 1 to now that they're still missing? Bilsy.
Linear actuators. There's no linear actuators.
Would have you used them?
Yeah, not on this build, but on other builds, absolutely.
Okay.
They would have been in my pocket by the end of it.
You'd have used them just to get them out of the brick pit.
Yeah, man, I would have just gone, I need these, and
The tree was great. Snow. How long does it take them to resort the brick pit after each episode? Ask Dave Holder. That's his job.
It takes days. It takes days. But there was an army of people. Like Bilsy, like compared to what we had, there was an army of people.
Yeah. They learned. They're learning each year. Brenton Willer says, a question for Henry: what's it like to having to listen to Bilsy butcher the English language every stream? Must be good for you. You keep coming back, you Seinfeld drongo. Rowan, I reckon I'm seeing some scuffed up bricks now, those clear domes on David and Gus's monkey astronauts. Well, I mean, I'm assuming they're rinsing and repeating every year, most of the bricks, aren't they?
You'd think so.
Yeah, man. Oh, man, you'd find bricks that were literally unusable every now and then. Every now and then you'd be like, oh, man. That's
the old explosion ones.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. Josh just asked a question. Once the smash off the fall, how long was the cleanup? It was literally like, again, there's an army. Somebody comes with one of those double-handed mops and just goes and just cleans it all up, and everyone fishes stuff out of the pond together. And a funny thing that Brickman did on that episode was that every time there was a deformed piece, he would give it to you as a souvenir. So like on our one, there was like this piece that was like absolutely destroyed, and it was like souvenir. Somebody else's build, same thing, like something that was unusable, bang, it was like souvenir. Like, it was pretty funny.
That's cool.
So what's your eBay link? All right, let's keep scrolling. Where are we going? We're up to. I think there's too much focus on pristine brick. Primal, what it is as well. I can almost answer that one with the pristine bricks. They started out as brand new bricks. Like back in season 1, we were getting cuts because they were proper fresh from factory sharp. Like if you ever lug bulk, or if you ever buy direct from Lego, pristine is, and even sometimes in the sets. But when you buy in bulk, especially like 2x2, 2x4, 2x6. They're bloody sharp, like proper
Yeah, man.
sharp.
And especially
Josh Ash,
the trans clear bricks, right? The trans bricks, they're so sharp, different plastic, they really cut you.
yeah. And then the dark red and dark blue, that is snap.
Yeah.
Bilsy would have been adding extras to his pocket if on set, mate. On set in the shop at Big W, mate. I'm always adding extras in my pockets.
Bro, next if they do another season, they'll have security gates in between, mate.
Well, you were obviously there for a long while doing this one. Was there actually, other than your linear actuators, was there anything exciting that, okay, I'll take a few of those. I'll take not souvenirs, but kind of decent, odd, if you're a G, you're taking a goat.
Look, do you know what? I did. I fess up and I'll confess, I took 2 minifig dogs. The animals are pretty cool. They didn't have goats, but the animals are pretty cool. And I took 2 little bulldogs that look like my dog, and I took them.
That's nothing, man.
And you can sleep at night?
Oh yeah, easily, like a baby.
If you look over his right shoulder, they're actually in his Chinatown building, the cafe.
Oh.
No, it is actually. Them bulldogs are good. I really like them. The ones with the white nose.
Yes, they're the ones.
Yeah,
I took 2 of them.
They're cool little bulldogs.
Oh, you ended up with some of those at Chadstone too, Bilsy.
I will add that I paid for those at Chadstone, just in case someone gets the wrong idea.
Did he, Brickles? Did he?
Claire Lego Mum, will we get to see more of Geordie soon? Yeah, where's Geordie's bloody handyman? He's taken a long time to build this Ford.
You'll see him.
And a bluebird.
Primal Freeze for the subscription. Thank you, legend. I'm happy that they're still milking Geordie for it. Doesn't matter. Janitor. Now this brick, as ridiculous as sideways as silly it is, I love that they're making him a regular in each season for whatever silly part they play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
It's kind of just carries on, doesn't it? Like the spelling of Damien just carries on.
Dude, how good is that? How good is the Damien spelling getting now?
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
From an accidental thing into a an ongoing pun. It's pretty funny.
Well, Henry, it's funny. I was showing Bill the other day. I've been messaging Damien every now and then, just we chat generally, you know what I mean? Like he lives up the road type thing. And every time I talk to him, thanks Damien. Thanks Damien. Thanks Damien. Every time I talk to him, I'm purposely changing now, and he's still ignoring it. He hasn't, he's not acknowledging it. I think he's proper just piss off, Bilsy. Did Geordie want to participate, or do you believe he's happy with his cameo role? No, Geordie hasn't left. He's still there. He's in studio.
He's the only one that's been on every season.
What a bloody legend.
Yeah, the only other one that comes close is you.
Yeah.
Do you know what? No, Sarah's got three appearances.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Fair call.
Who's more memorable?
Me.
Ah, my man. Be humble. I love it. Jordan needs something in between making Light My Brick commercials.
Sure.
He's lighting bricks up one day, and just trying to find whatever filler job. Next job, he might be Dave's right hand man with the challenges.
Right,
Geordie could be the challenge. There you go.
Geordie's motto is lighting bricks and chasing chicks. That's Geordie, bro.
Oh, I need Geordie on now. I need that man on. Lighting bricks.
You need his rebuttal. You need his rebuttal and his confirmation.
Yeah.
Lighting bricks and chasing chicks.
Kale's technically been on 3 seasons.
Cameos don't count, bro.
Dude, they made a whole bloody challenge about him. That ain't a cameo. He got a whole bloody episode about him.
That's a cameo. A cameo.
No. I'm loving as well. There's a few people on Reddit and on Facebook group chats that are saying, I can't believe Kale said I'm Lego famous. And I'm actually going in and batting for Kale. I'm like, well, he is. You all know him. He's known socially, he's known around Facebook and all the Reddits and that. He's known as an AFOL mock builder for longer than we've probably been playing with Lego. He's been at RLFM for even longer than Lego Masters. Like, mate, the man's proper famous.
Not just that, but if you Google image Lego, guaranteed you'll come across his builds and not even know it.
I kind of want.
Bro, I got to give a shout out to Josh, bro. Look at Josh. Henry looking like you're ripped these days versus filming. Oh, mate.
How do we
Good
ban
on you,
Josh? How do we kick Josh out?
Good on you, Josh.
Oh, Jesus. Next minute you'll be sliding to his DMs. Come on.
Bro.
Let me just quickly go through my notes so we don't forget anything. Turtle, we done. The hang glider, we're done. Gabby, the monkey brains. Trent's characters, obviously, Trent's character's insane. Trent's core with the pixelated glasses being Kale, cool as a cucumber. Trent calling Kale a cucumber when he wasn't stressing out about the barrels not getting built. I thought that was, and Trent's like, look at him. He's a cucumber. He's a cucumber. For some reason, I thought eggplant straight away, but yeah.
Baby cucumber. Baby cucumber.
Baby cucumber, my man. Baby
Right.
cucumber. I love it. Bills, though, we haven't asked you. What would have you built if that was your choice? What would slide off?
Look, mine would have been an animal type thing as well, just for that cutesy story factor.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like a belly surfing penguin.
That's
how it would explode, I don't know, but I just picture a penguin going down.
It would have been kind of cool to add to that one if you had no, that's just cruel. I was going to say have like a seal or a big animal at the bottom to catch the penguin.
Oh,
come down.
wow.
Oh, Josh has got a good question. So, Josh, they actually have a crazy camera rig when they do the slow motion stuff. Like, it's a very specific camera. And they also have what they call a probe lens. And I don't know if they used it on that. I can't remember if they used it, but it's like literally looks like a needle. And it's crazy. And it literally, that's the stuff where you get super close to the Lego. That's the one.
Yeah.
So this is and you're right, Josh. I do know a little bit about it. So this is the probe lens they use, the Laowa probe lens.
Yeah, that's the one.
Henry, I don't think I've told you. I've got one here, and a guy that lives 2 streets down from me said I can borrow it any time I ever want to do an insane.
Oh wow.
Build. Yeah. So for those that see there we go. Those that see the them shots that kind of go inside the Lego house and around in minifig. Dave and G's church build was really good with it. They use that.
Like it
Laowa
goes through
lens.
the door.
Yeah. And the high-speed cameras are all phantom cameras. For those that know their cameras, they're all phantom literally high, like 10,000 frames per second phantom cameras. Like Henry said, insane amount, $100,000 camera to get that shot. But that $100,000 tonight paid off 10 times over, or 8 times technically. What else is in the chat? Here we go. Brickles would have done a DeLorean. KB, a paddle boat. Oh, for those who weren't here at the start of the episode, my idea was I would have built a bigger fig, a man like slip and sliding down and off the edge. That would have been mine. My one. Trek Lego. Thanks for following. Those who are watching on Twitch, you're not following, hit that follow. It's free. Walla. What's Ding Dong want? Oh, were they using that probe camera when milking Geordie? Mate, it's a family show here. Come on. You definitely should have tuned in earlier instead of coming in late and ripping me apart, my friend. Jesus. Those in the chat, we do have a couple minutes left before we end the recording. So what would have you built? What would have, put skills aside, what would have you guys built? What would have you liked to have seen slide off the water, down the waterfall and explode? Like genuinely don't say Bills, though. That's just mean. But like generally made out of Lego, like what would have you, was there anything that come up, I mean, I know you and Sarah, your wife had a instant rubber ducky moment. Did you ever second think, oh, maybe this, maybe that?
Nah, because you got to remember, you got to think what you can both do at the same time, right? Like you can't, you don't want to be too ambitious and then like not finish the build, especially 6 hours, man. That's the biggest thing. Everyone was shitting their pants with 6 hours.
Yeah.
And I can imagine being grandmasters. If you're not finishing a build, that would hurt more than coming last.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
A DNF would this is the thing, right? It's grandmasters, and there's a lot
Become
of
the
stuff
McLaren
where
of Lego Masters.
oh, that's low.
Guys, what are you saying?
Oh no, I forgot what I was going to say.
Because my McLaren.
Yeah, your
my
joke
McLaren
was so
could-
funny. Your joke.
Got you.
I have
Come
a
on.
question there, Henry. Was the planning time in the 6 hours, or is that
Yes.
before the 6 hours?
Yeah, it has to be.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, it's always like Bilsy knows the drill, right? Like they tell you the brief, and then
Yep.
boom, nobody talks. Like nobody talks, separate you, nobody talks, like that sort of thing. And then the cameras roll, and then you have to, sort of have your debrief and dialogue in front of.
It's frustrating too, because you don't realize you're mic'd up right to here. Like if you whisper, anything, they proper turn the sensitivity up. So like what Henry's saying is you come in the hall and we're going to build Henry today, right? And everyone goes back to their own tables, and you're far away. You're on this line here, this side. You're decent gaps away from all the tables. You can't even, as a partner, you can't go, oh, maybe we should put Henry with black hair and a good-looking hat, or it has to be proper studio silence until they're ready to put the camera on you.
Do you know on the American one we found out? In the American one, you get told the day before.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, man. You get told the
we
day
need to
before.
get we need to get Iceberg on and see the difference, because if they're getting told the day before, they need to uppercut themselves. Like, they got a day to plan. Come on.
Bro, we were like, holy crap! If you got told the day before, it's such a big relief, man. Because man, the pressure is ridiculous, man. Like there is times where you have to build something you've never built before, like and you probably don't even know how to build it, right? And you got to do all that in that time space, and it's crazy. Like it's really, really daunting when that happens.
Yeah. Would that make you overthink though and overcomplicate?
It's a double-edged sword, right? You can tell someone the idea the day before, and then
Henry, is every episode done in one day? I'm sure you've answered
this
that
one
a few
was.
times, but...
This one was. The short ones, it's usually one day. Because you probably have about 6 hours of filming, like of proper filming. So if if you're doing an 8, maybe a 10-hour day, you can definitely finish a 6-hour build in one day. Boom, it's done.
Henry, are you getting used to the pressure in so many shows? I think he is including Maths and Celebrity Get Me Out of Here as well.
Bro, I'm going on SAS Australia. That's why I'm getting jacked, man.
Well, Josh thinks you're looking jacked, so yeah, for sure. That's also like, did you see? I see in the previews that new Sky High, Up High, Sky Level $1 million new TV show, reality one.
Nah,
insane. Love Island. No, Love Island leads to OnlyFans. Henry's not allowed to do that.
I'm going to put an OnlyFans up link, but then it'll just link to something else, like random. That'd be hilarious.
And like me and Bilsy were doing, Only Hands.
The
Summit. There you go. The Summit. Thanks, guys. I think we've pretty much figured out. Lego Master wants a wife. Josh, I think you spelled life wrong, brother. Lego Master wants a life.
Bro, can you imagine like a woman walking or a man walking into like an AFOL's room and just going, yeah, nah, I'm tapping out.
Yeah, nah.
I'm tapping out.
They've already got that show, bro.
Like your back wall Bilzer is like the biggest contraceptive. Like it'll just be like, oh, I'm done. Something wrong with this guy. I'm done.
You're literally going to make Bill close out of the stream tonight and cry.
This is like, man, this guy's Jeffrey Dahmer or something. Look at him. He's be like, yeah, I'm done.
Imagine. Hang on. What about walking into somewhere like Trent's place, though?
Oh yeah, bro. 100% contraceptive, man. That's like,
Bill, you said that like you want to go and sleep with Trent. Jesus.
No, No, but imagine having the collection he's done. Actually, I would for that collection. Come to
Do
think
you know
of it.
what though? It's a double-edged sword, right? It'd either be the biggest turn off or the biggest turn on. You'd be like, oh, snap.
There's
Oh,
some
look at them
money
toys.
there.
You'd be like, oh man, do me on Skeletor right now. Let's go.
And on that note, people, that has been the stream tonight. Thank you very, very, very much. If you do want to listen to it or share it, please do. We're also on Spotify. I do upload the audio version of especially the Lego Masters and the Grandmasters recaps. We will be back tomorrow night, and the most exciting thing, we're going to ramp it up. Trent and Kale are on. Trent, Kale, me, Henry, Bill's
Don't
up
miss
tomorrow
it.
night. We're going to talk about.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it because Trent and Kale's on. We're going to go into town on, the last 5 years of me and Kale, plus the Grandmasters, plus the way Trent, plus Reddit, plus you name it, plus tomorrow night, episode 3's build. Holy moly.
The best yet.
Wait till you guys see it. And, like we're saying, it does get better and better, but the builds the guys do tomorrow are
Epic.
proper. And like, I don't even need to give you a hint. It's like nobody drops the ball. Like the builds are just damn freaking amazing. Critter, we won't get Sophie on. She's nah. I'm good, man.
I'm giving her the code to the meeting, bro. Send her a melon app, don't worry.
Done. Shortcut sent. Absolutely freaking awesome, guys. Thank you again. Like I said, if you are on Twitch, follow. If you're not on Twitch, get over there and follow. We know Henry's got a number, but we're not call. We'll call her live. Actually, you know what? Before last words. When you're watching tomorrow night's show, as soon as Sophie walks in on the judging, Henry, what are you laughing for? Keep note. As soon as she walks in, her first words. Trust me, and then we'll come back here and we'll talk about that. People, have a good night. That's Henry. That's Bilsy. I'm Bilsy. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.